Hey guys, I wanted to do a little update. I'm actually not going to be talking about material on this, but I know I've been gone for a while and haven't made any new videos, and got a lot of PMs actually, even some pretty obnoxious comments from one individual, not really from many people, asking me to make more videos and what have you, and I'd love to, but unfortunately, at this current juncture in time, my employment situation has taken a bit of a downturn, and I really need to take care of finding new gainful employment, meaning that I really need to concentrate on the job search more than anything else. And that's a topic in and of itself, the job search in the modern post-Great Recession world. Maybe I could talk a little bit about that, even though it's totally unrelated. Oh, it actually is related to men's issues in some ways. But I don't really have my head free at the moment. It's not clear, and so it's hard to formulate cogent thoughts. And every time I sit down and try to do so and type out something, I just tend to get distracted by other things. And so, I mean, there's this thing in the back of my mind, and I think it's perfectly normal. I don't get paid for this. I don't want to get paid for this. At the same time, because of that, I have to prioritize certain things in life, and I think that's perfectly normal. I basically, at the end of the day, the only thing I can promise with this channel is to put out videos as often as I can, and as often as I can might correspond to, well, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, once every 3 months, once a year. It really depends how much disposable time I have, what my mindset is at any given moment, and of course, um, employment. I'm not unemployed. I'm still at my old shit job, but it's really become over time unsustainable, and I need to find something else to do. And that's of course really interesting. I mean, I doubt you're very interested in this stuff, but applying to things that I'm qualified for with good references and what have you, either the positions are filled, or you get. I mean, I know the game. Back in 2009, 2010, I was looking for work in NYC. It was quite similar. But the simple fact is, it's these days it's hard to find work. And basically you can take all your degrees and wipe your ass with them. And for some reason, you kind of need the degrees, but then no one gives a shit anyway. So that's a kind of interesting thing. But I'm going to be looking for work, continuing looking for work. If and when I find something, and things stabilize, hopefully I can put out something. If I'm really, really lucky, I can maybe put out something before things stabilize, because I have no idea when things will stabilize. Things are actually never stable in life, so that's kind of a moot point, isn't it? But if shit really hits the fan, I will be picking up and probably leaving and looking for work abroad, because I'm not 100% sure, but 99% sure I could find decent paying work abroad, pretty good paying work abroad with a decent setup. Of course, paying various cultural prices in exchange, but you got to survive, right? And that's the funny thing about work is it's all about these days. It's just all about survival. I was talking to a friend of mine in Greece. This guy, a good friend of mine in Greece, and they have 50% unemployment there. And I know lots of people like to blame the Greeks, but your average Greek guy actually is a pretty hard worker, in my experience, and they're just fucked. He's finishing up his army service, and he's looking for work, and it's just, yeah. I mean, it's kind of paradise here, and paradise in the States by comparison. And it's mostly men being affected by the lack of employment out there. And I think in my case, I'll be reveal something. Me doing pretty much a manual labor job, which was I'd done odd jobs in the past along those lines, but having been a translator and a teacher in the past, it was kind of just trying a time of self-discovery, and because of the pay being really bad, because of certain human environmental circumstances and so on and so forth, I need to get out of that. And looking back into what what I had done previously. Um, Long term, I don't know if I ever told you this, but because of this channel, but especially because of my gaming channel, I've thought about long term somehow getting into voice work. Using my voice in either a voiceover capacity or narration or something along those lines. And so, and I've received a lot of encouragement, primarily in my gaming channel, because of the nature of how I project my voice and how I explain things. I think I'm a pretty good explicator, whether it comes to this stuff or gaming, and so that could come in handy. So long term, that's the plan, long term. But in the short term, whatever I can find, I might have an interview next week, but that doesn't mean anything these days. They might contact you, get an interview, and you might get the job, but there's still the probationary period, and there's all of this stuff. So we'll just have to see what happens. I really sincerely hope I can get a video out there. It's just my mind is so befogged and befuddled by the vagaries and vicissitudes of life. It's difficult just to sit down, concentrate, and get my thoughts out coherently as you would be accustomed to them. I don't want to produce crap. I want to produce good quality, and so there you have it. So not so much a break. I guess you could look at a sort of forced break on the channel, but I will get back into it to take up arms against the sea of troubles in the manosphere. Not just not just this moment. I do want to say one little thing, kind of related to stuff. Well, interesting, the last couple of months, and in my experience, I've come to the very solid conclusion. I, of course, have alluded to this before, that it is a total waste of time even addressing any of these things, any of these issues that we talk about here and elsewhere in related channels and forums, platforms to women. I mean, there's no point. Definitely come to that conclusion. So you're only going to enter into hostile territory. Women who are aware of this stuff or interested, they'll come to us. And that's all I have to say about that. But anyway, so like little update, bit of rambly, whatever. Apologize for that, but I didn't want to leave you guys. You guys mean a lot to me as subscribers, as human beings, as people, as fellow men, and I didn't want to just leave you out in the cold, knowing did Stardust disappear? Not completely. I'm just kind of prioritizing other things right now, mostly looking for employment. And I know a lot of you have a lot of understanding for that. I know a lot of you are in the same position, looking for work and what have you. So, in fact, a couple of guys sent me PMs and the like along those lines. I did have one guy. This guy, to block him, Matchbox555. He sent me a lot of sort of PMs that were essentially harassment, and he told me I should quote unquote get off my fat lazy ass and make videos. Of course, I didn't know I had a personal obligation to him, but oh well. But yeah, so everyone else looking for work, good luck to you. Good luck to me, and I'll be around, and hopefully I'll get something decent, good out on this channel soon enough. I just don't know when. I'm postponing it, but the reality is, certain things in real life have to take priority. So anyway, everyone take care. Best wishes, and hopefully we'll be in touch, and we'll see each other on this channel soon enough with some good new material. All the best.